What's happening, beautiful people, and welcome back to another live stream right here on Cassius Morris Official. Real quick, if you guys have been liking the streams coming out every single day on this channel, please consider hitting the membership tab down below. This is a really cool feature to support the creator that you're watching. It gives you a nice little membership badge right next to your name. It gives you access to exclusive perks here on the channel, but most importantly, it's just a way to say, hey, I like what you've been doing. Here's a cup of coffee every single month to show my support, and every single channel membership goes a very long way. So shout out to everybody who's been signing up in the recent days. Hopping into our first story of the evening. Let me clear my throat here so I can do it properly. Dave Matthews, of course, the frontman of the Dave Matthews Band, has posted a fiery statement to social media lashing out against the Trump administration and ICE in wake of the latest incident that just happened, of course, in Minnesota with the shooting. This was an issue that has had international press all over the world, with a lot of celebrities speaking out in the last couple of days. So why wait? Why not just jump into the first story? We're going to do this now. We have a lot of other stories coming up on today's stream as well, including an interview at the top of the hour. So around 10 a.m. Eastern time, we're going to have a live guest call in. I don't know if I should spoil it or if I should tell you guys who the guest is going to be, but this guest just did a special video with Mr. Beast and Kevin Hart. So our guest today, guys, he's viral. He's been doing big things, and it's going to be awesome to have him on the stream. So lots of stuff coming up. Make sure to hit the like and the sub. But enough fun and games. So let's hop into this video. So this is the exclusive statement posted by Dave Matthews on Instagram. Let's take a listen.
Just a moment ago was so full of crows here. Someone's calling. I'm walking in the alleyway, running into my neighbors, and I see young people, and someone's got a hammer over there.
Shout out Youth Among Us.
And people not as young, people in more wonderfully advanced years, like me. And I'm feeling grateful for just my neighborhood, and how lucky we are to have neighbors and communities. And I think about how lucky I've been in my life here in this land. And so I think of how I repay it, and the way I repay this land is my taxes. And they can raise my taxes as far as I'm concerned. But, it's a big but, big juicy but, that's if they spend my taxes on, bridges and the national parks and maintaining the highways and libraries and raising the minimum wage, or at least, paying nurses, free university for those who can't afford it, free health care, things that are reasonable, school lunches, for God's sakes, feed our children, at least school lunches, maybe breakfast should be always available if they need it. That's what my taxes should be. I would be happily paying taxes. I don't want my taxes to pay for invading foreign countries under false premises, kidnapping presidents to steal their natural resources, and threatening to do it to more countries, claiming that for somehow sovereign nations belong to us, or something's owed to us. We're a superpower, so therefore we deserve whatever we want. God, how entitled and revolting is that? It's revolting. It's disgusting. It's so unimaginative. It's so small-minded. I don't want my taxes to pay for that. I don't want my taxes to pay for a genocide in Gaza.
He's putting it all out there, guys. He's going from issue to issue. I feel like this may have been a little bit pent up too, but he wants to make his voice heard now.
I don't want my taxes to pay for ICE, to masked thugs to roam our streets and terrorize our communities and rip families apart. We should be taking care of each other. We should be minding each other. We should be housing the homeless. We shouldn't be you know, throwing people to the ground. Which brings me to Renee Nicole Good, murdered in front of her fellow citizens in Minneapolis, murdered in the streets. And no matter what narrative this administration is trying to sell us, we can see the videos. Maybe if they show you one and they slow it down and they tell you where to look, you might think maybe there's a chance that the gunman felt threatened. But from most angles, near and far, looks like she was trying to get away.
Chat, do you guys agree or disagree so far? Dave Matthews saying that ICE was not justified in the shooting and that she was trying to get away. I know that one's going to be controversial because a lot of people have maintained the position that this woman was trying to strike the ICE agent with her car. Dave Matthews doubling down and saying this did not happen.
And he shot her 3 times in the head, murdered in cold blood. And this administration, these people who are trying to tell us not to believe what we see, it is so horrific. I don't understand how you can claim that she was ramming their cars or that she was attacking them. There's nothing to suggest that. And it's mind-boggling, and it's deeply upsetting to me and to so many people, and we can't just let it slide. To Trump, to Kristi Noem, to Stephen Miller, to Pete Hegseth, to Patel, to Bondi, to all of them, just deeply, deeply dishonest people. Just cowardly, shameful, dishonest people. Fuck them. They are revolting. Walking in my beautiful neighborhood, around my beautiful neighbors. I'm grateful to be here, but I am deeply ashamed of this government and the way they're treating our neighbors outside and inside this country. It is horrific. Hello, all y'all dogs. Hello.
You know, everybody in the neighborhood, by the way, has a Dave Matthews story. Like, I've known people who live near celebrities, and all of them, they're very aware that, like, Dave Matthews lives on that house on the corner. And everybody has, like, a pact that they have to stay cool. But you know, everybody in the neighborhood, secretly at dinner or behind closed doors, they got a Dave story.
It's my birthday. I hope y'all are having a good year so far, and that you're taking care of each other and that you're loving each other. I'm sorry if I went a little dark, but these are dark times. Fuck ICE. Yeah. If that language offends you, come on. We all heard it before. I hope you know where my heart is. I don't like these monsters that are running the show right now. They are ungrateful, greedy monsters. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit.
The triple down is crazy with a British accent, too. That's when you know it's serious, when somebody puts on a performative British accent.
Yes. I would like them all to be locked away in windowless rooms. Terrible people. Face the truth.
Dude, is Dave losing it a bit? Dude's losing it a bit. I think he's going a little cuckoo off this ICE situation.
They are dreadful. They are shameful. Anyway, love and condolences to the family and friends and community of Renee Nicole Good. I hope it's okay that I speak her name. I'm so sorry. What a world.
Wow. So Dave Matthews coming out with a very robust, very multi-layered statement about everything that's going on currently in the United States. Now, there's a couple different perspectives that people could have about his statements that he said. Obviously, people are going to have a reactionary response whether or not they disagree. So that's going to be the first thing. You're going to have people, obviously, on the MAGA side, on the ICE side, having a huge revolt against this, as we've seen already across the internet. People on the left are going to tend to agree. My statement and my reaction is kind of somewhere more so in the middle, as per usual. I like the fact that Dave Matthews is coming out in a really uncensored, candid, earnest way and just telling us exactly how he feels about these different situations. You know, a lot of the time people try to put celebrities in a box. And I've been guilty of doing this too in recent years, where we tell a celebrity when they decide to weigh in on something politically or whatever the case may be, that they basically just need to shut up and play their guitar. That is the reaction from most people, whether it's an actor who's speaking their mind, a rock musician, a sports player. Generally, the reaction from people in the public is that we don't really need to hear what you guys have to say. You guys are only famous because of a talent and a talent only. Nobody cares about your opinions, so just shut up and do what you do best. And I got to be honest, I can see that perspective to a degree when it comes to celebrities. But I think that as the times change, we need to sort of change our expectations and change what we really expect from people in the public eye. I feel like 10 years ago, when a celebrity made a comment about politics, most of the time it really wasn't that necessary because we didn't have things happening politically, generally speaking, to the scale that we do now. We didn't have people being shot dead in the streets, riots in the streets, to the scale that we do now. The world was not burning to the level that it is today. So yes, okay, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, is it uncalled for a celebrity to weigh in politically? Probably. I didn't really want to hear celebrities take on Obama. I didn't really want to hear celebrities talk about any of that. But if we're in a world where things are happening to this level and they're affecting everybody of all status, this is something that affects everybody. You know, if you're an American, that's what we have to remember. Just because you're a millionaire and just because you have a successful career and you manage to sort of break out and become big time, that doesn't mean you're not an American. Now, the other side of the argument, too, which I'm kind of siding towards Dave on this, is that not only is he an American, Dave Matthews is a rich American. So what does it mean to be a rich American? That means that you are paying most of the taxes. And I'm glad that he actually brought this up because people want these guys to keep their mouths shut, but they also want them to keep paying the most of the taxes and actually calling to raise their taxes at the same time. So this is where the inconsistency is for me. If you don't want Dave Matthews to speak his mind, don't make him pay the lion's share of the taxes and don't try to raise his taxes, because I can guarantee if somebody's trying to raise my taxes to support issues that I don't support, that's going to be a problem for me. So I definitely think, yeah, we've had the conversation. Celebrities need to shut up and do their thing. I don't think that flies anymore because of the world that we're living in. And this was cool to see. Dave Matthews coming out and saying, look, fuck you if you don't like it. This is my perspective. I pay a shit ton of taxes, and I don't want it to go to this. I don't see why me paying taxes should be funneling money directly into what he opposes. And you know what? I think that's a valid perspective. And I don't know how this would work. I don't know what the framework of this would be, guys. I really, really don't. But there should be some sort of system. Again, don't ask me how it's going to run. I would leave that up to somebody in Doge or somebody out there to figure it out. But there should be a way to opt out of funding certain things on your taxes. I firmly believe this. If you're going to vote for something, go ahead and fund those policies with your tax dollars. But at a certain point, when something is not an essential service, when something is not deemed essential, why should I have to fund said thing with my tax dollars, especially if I'm paying a lot of tax dollars and I don't agree with said thing? I don't personally believe that every single citizen should fund every single thing with their tax dollars. I think certain things you should be able to opt out of. And I got to be honest, if I was paying the lion's share of my earnings to the government and they were pulling stuff like this and I was very much against it, I'm not going to feel good about that. So guys, what do you think about Dave Matthews' statement? I mean, ultimately, I feel like He's got a pretty valid leg to stand on here. And I feel like he has his right. He has his right to say it. And look, here's the other thing too, when people try to shut others down who are simply sharing their perspective. You should never shut anybody down, because the fact that you're even able to express your thoughts, the fact that you can have a president that you really viscerally don't like, and you have the actual opportunity to go and speak about that and post a video on social media about that and have a conversation with people in town about that, that is the actual thing that makes America so great. If there's any silver lining, if there's any super positive aspect to look at, the fact that you can oppose it, the fact that you can have your voice heard, the fact that you can stand up and say, I don't like what's happening in government, that is why America is so great. So I feel like we need to never let go of that. People want to silence everybody who doesn't agree with them. People want to marginalize people because they're celebrities. They want to marginalize people because of how much money they earn. Just be grateful that you even have the opportunity to disagree. Because most countries don't have the opportunity to even go there. They have to agree. They have to fall in line. They don't have a vote. They don't have a democracy. Let me see. Body cam revealed who the problem is. Guys, I mean, I know there's a lot of back and forth about the ICE video. My thing is not to sit here in judgment of the ICE video. My thing is just to report on the reaction and the outcry to what's been happening. But I like what Dave Matthews said. I mean, do I agree with every single thing he said? Not necessarily. Do I think this is going to have a good fallout for him? Not necessarily. I think this is going to piss a lot of people off. He's definitely going to lose a lot of fans. But look, this is something that we've seen from a lot of people. We've seen it from Madonna. We've seen it from Eminem. We've seen it from people who've just gotten fed up, had enough, and said, look, I'm done with Trump. I'm done with the administration, whatever. I don't really care how many fans I lose. I'm just going to do it. So, you know, is it good for business to make political statements that are sweeping and to say fuck the other side? Not necessarily, but again, I'm happy that people have the freedom to do so and the right to do so. That is part of what makes the country a great country. Let's see what the chat's been saying. There's some crazy stuff. I can't read all of this. We can be and do better. We don't need to rest upon our laurels and become complacent. The argument that we should be grateful were. I don't know what that last part meant. They weren't mad when Obama was doing it. Well, yeah, I mean, did you guys ever see those videos? I think it was like people reacting to Obama quotes when they were actually Trump quotes. To Obama quotes. This was such a funny video. It's true. I mean, look, there's definitely selective outrage. There's no question about that. Yeah, so this clip shows people. This guy was doing interviews with people on the street saying that Trump said this or Trump said that. And actually, these were things that Obama said. But this just goes to show the brainwashing in people.
Here, let's watch this because it's so funny.
I have a quote for you here that's been making the rounds on social media about the deportation of criminal illegal aliens.
Even as we are a nation of immigrants, we're also a nation of laws. Undocumented workers broke our immigration laws, and I believe that they must be held accountable, especially those who may be dangerous.
What's your thought on that quote and that policy in general?
Donald Trump has kind of embraced this rhetoric of racism and xenophobia.
I think that policy comes from a place of like white American nationalism.
This administration has totally not done anything moral.
Is that surprising that it's a quote from President Obama?
Yeah, that was surprising for sure, yeah.
Yeah, it's quite surprising. I thought it was from Trump.
Do you think it's still a practice of white nationalism, though, to deport criminal illegal aliens?
I think the way Trump's doing it is.
Does that change your opinion of the practice to know that?
So it's only bad when Trump does it. Mass illegal deportations is perfectly fine as long as the orange guy doesn't do it.
President Obama did the same thing. Actually, to this point in his presidency, deported more people than President Trump had at this point.
I don't know a ton about Obama's deportation policies, but I imagine that they were a lot more humane than the ones currently going on.
Here, let's.
Man, people are so crazy though with that because it really is selective outrage. And we've talked about this before on past streams. But the thing that really fascinates me about American politics is the obsession and emphasis on the personality of the leader. And this is one of the truest sick qualities of the American political system, is that people don't care what the leader is actually doing as much as they care about the leader's personality. That's why you'll see people say things in America like The Rock should be president. I'll hear people say, or Snoop Dogg should be president. And I'll hear people say this and they're serious. And I'll say, well, why do you think The Rock should be president? What qualities of a president would The Rock embody? What would make him an efficient leader of the country? And people will tell me, well, I really like The Rock. He's great. He's great on screen. I loved listening to him talk. That's why they think The Rock should be president, because they like The Rock. There's zero thought process about what that person might actually be doing behind closed doors. Now, Obama, more mass deportations than I think any president. We can fact check it here. But to my knowledge, maybe Trump is going to eclipse it soon. The most illegal deportations of any president, the most incarcerations at the border of any president, but just above all, the harshest president, period, on illegal immigration that America has ever seen on paper. Now, again, Trump is probably eclipsing that now. Trump has stepped it up now in this term way more than he's ever stepped it up in the past. But the concept that Obama could get away with it because he's a better speaker, he's, to the general public, comes across as more likable. I don't find him likable because I find him to be quite phony. But he puts on this front of being, you know, I'm a professional and I'm here to run the country. It's a great thing to be president of the United States. And he just makes you feel like he knows what he's talking about. And don't worry about us. We wouldn't do anything bad behind the scenes. Meanwhile, all of these things are going on. There's people in cages at the border at numbers of which we've never seen before under Obama. He's dropping bombs on Yemen and all across different regions around the world using drones. There were military people with joysticks blowing up families in Yemen like it's a video game. So I don't want to hear about the personality of the leader when the leader's dropping bombs like it's Call of Duty on a child in Yemen. Last time I checked, Trump wasn't doing that. Now he's dropping bombs. To be fair, we got to remain consistent. But the point is this. People are more mad about Trump and his personality than they are about anything that any president has ever done. They don't care about action. And at the same point, when Trump does something good, they don't care about that either. They don't care about action. Nobody in America seems to care about action. All they care about is, I don't like him. I don't like the way he said it. Who cares? Your country's going to shit. You're being invaded by other countries. Fentanyl crisis is killing everybody. You have a poison food supply. Nobody can even afford the poison food to kill themselves. So you have grocery stores full of poison food. People are so sick from the food, but they can't even afford to feed themselves with the poison food because the economy is so bad. Getting a job at 7-Eleven or McDonald's puts you in the upper middle class in today's society because there's no jobs. And you're sitting here telling me The Rock should be president. I mean, there's a certain level to which it really becomes confusing. I don't understand it. I genuinely don't understand it. And I talk to people in other countries. This is what changed my perspective when I started asking people from China or asking Germans or asking whoever, what do you think about your president? Do you like him? And they would tell me, well, like him, don't like him, what's the difference? We just focus on what's happening. I asked a Chinese girl, you like President Xi? She says, what do you mean like him? I don't know him. I don't know him. It's fucking ridiculous. People are telling me to leave America. How could I leave a country I've never lived in before? I mean, I I'm not really able to leave, guys. I'm not there. All right, so we're going to hop over to the next story, guys. We have an interview live in 20 minutes with the star of the latest Mr. Beast and Kevin Hart video, guys. We have a live guest calling in. Make sure to smash that like. Smash that sub. The Rock would be a better president. See, that's so funny, though. Like, I could never understand it when people say that. Okay, let's look at some other stories. 20 minutes until our call-in guest. Did you guys... Oh, yeah, there was Mark Ruffalo, right? Did you guys see that one? Mark Ruffalo was at the Golden Globes. See, this is... Now when we get to this territory, though, this is like celebrity opinion that I don't care about. Dave Matthews had a celebrity opinion that was actually quite interesting. Like, I think the way he phrased his statement was, to be honest, interesting to listen to it at the very least. Mark Ruffalo kind of came across like he's just complaining. Let's take a listen. Because who cares about these actors anymore anyway, man? Like, seriously, does anybody even care?
Renee, Nicole Good, who was murdered. We have a vice president who's lying about what's happening. We have we're in the middle of a war with Venezuela that we illegally invaded. He's telling the world that international law doesn't matter to him. The only thing that matters to him is his own morality. But the guy is a convicted felon or convicted rapist. He's a pedophile. He's the worst human being in the world. If we're relying on this guy's morality for the most powerful country in the world.
He's the worst human being in the world. I mean, let's not get carried away. See, this is the thing. When they start getting carried away is when you lose me. All you have to say is this. I really, really dislike Donald Trump. I don't agree with anything he does. That's perfectly acceptable. You can say that. When you start getting into, well, he's the devil. He's Hitler. He's the worst person in the world. That's when you lose me. Go tell the leaders of the cartels and the drug traffickers and go tell the actual worst people in the world that Donald Trump is the worst person in the world. They'll laugh in your face.
Worst human being in the world. If we're relying on this guy's morality for the most powerful country in the world, then we're all in a lot of trouble. So this is for her. This is for the people in the United States who are terrorized and scared today. I know I'm one of them. I love this country. And what I'm seeing here happening is not America. It's just not.
Mark, why do you feel that this platform is still useful to spread a message like this?
Listen, I want to pretend like this is, I want to be here to celebrate, and I am here to celebrate, and I'm proud to have a Golden Globe nomination. But also, this is not normal anymore. And so I don't know how I could be quiet. And I'm feeling a little sick, so it's hard to BS right now. So.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to BS. I think really what it seems like he's noticing is just the fact that the Golden Globes are a bullshit event. I mean, really, maybe that would be the more accurate thing to say. Just be like, yeah, we're at this event. This is completely meaningless. We're celebrating ourselves for doing nothing, essentially, for making a movie. All of our movies suck. Everybody knows that most of the people in this room are on the Epstein list, and I really don't care anymore. That's what he probably should have come out and said, but yeah, this is all just Hollywood whining, Hollywood complaining. You know, I don't begrudge the guy for sharing his opinion, but it really isn't moving to me. And again, I think as times start to change, as we see what this world is really moving towards and the world continues to burn more and more every day, it really does become apparent to me how meaningless all of this is. I think we're watching the death of celebrity. We're watching the death of pop culture in many different ways. You know, I used to do a music and entertainment show. And what happened is I really started running out of music and entertainment topics to even speak on. Let's see. Rob Schneider made a comment about Mark Ruffalo being against Trump.
You're either with the Liberal Party and you like...
Rob Schneider's a great guy, by the way. I don't know if you guys heard the story of when I worked with Rob Schneider. Maybe I'll tell it one more time for the new people.
You're either with the Liberal Party and you like, you know, you take a Mark Ruffalo. He could say whatever he wants against Trump and he'll still get work as an actor. But if you if an actor like me or says anything or even questions or dares question the tribe of Democrats, that's it. You're out. You're out of Hollywood.
Did you know that before you opened your big mouth?
Well, not to this extent.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when Hillary Clinton lost the election, and I tweeted, I haven't seen the Democrats this angry since we freed the slaves. That was something that went.
See, that's a great joke. By the way, can we bring back comedy, guys? Is that something that we can do? Is there any opportunity for us to bring back comedy? Like one good movie, Judd Apatow, somebody. Like, what happened to good comedy? What happened to a movie like The Hangover or Superbad or 21 Jump Street? Nothing makes me laugh anymore. Am I crazy or am I right?
Something that went pew everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, they didn't like that. I remember my old boss at Saturday Night Live, Lorne Michaels, would say that the Democrats are more sensitive and they don't have quite the sense of humor to take to laugh at themselves as Republicans. And I think he was right.
He's so right. Who just said in the chat, the host said all movies suck, what a joke? Bro, name a good movie that came out in the last 5 years. Every single movie that I watch is terrible. The only movie that was good, I'll tell you the one movie that was good and it cleaned up last night at the Golden Globes. What was it, one problem after the next or one battle after another? The DiCaprio movie. I'll tell you guys, I'll give credit where it's due. This was a dope movie. I watched this movie and it was like I watched a movie from 10 years ago. So I'll give credit there. Somebody said Dune. Dune is a good movie. Dune's a good movie. See, watch. What you guys are going to pick like the rare good movies. You're going to you guys in the chat, you're going to cherry pick the rare good movies and make it look like I'm exaggerating now. Watch. We're going to see all the good Sinners, right? I know what you guys are going to do. You're going to write the fucking 5 good movies that came out in the past 10 years. Nobody says the SpongeBob movie.
You're either with the Liberal
Party. But no,
Party.
Rob Schneider was so right here, though, when he made his comment, when he talks about the fact that the Liberal Party doesn't have the sense of humor that the Republicans do. Such a good point. And I think that the right wing has really been forced into having more of a sense of humor because all of the people who perpetuate humor are on the other side. You look at all the people who own television companies, all the people who own movie production companies, TV channels, streaming services. They are overwhelmingly on the left wing. So what happens with that? You get a lot more jabs at the right. You get a lot more jabs at Trump. You get a lot more jabs at MAGA. And it sort of twists it to make it seem like the mainstream is on the left and the fringe is on the right, even though that's obviously not true because Trump is the president, so an equal amount, if not more, are obviously on the right. It can't be that fringe if it's mainstream. But that's really how it's framed, is that the left is the side that's correct and they can kind of do whatever they want with impunity. But the right, when they decide to buck up and try to push back, well, it isn't received in the same way. And I think that when we really talk about the sense of humor between the left and the right, the best example of this was when Charlie Kirk was featured on South Park. Do you guys remember Charlie Kirk? Let's go look at it for anybody who missed the original clip. But they put Charlie Kirk on South Park, and I think they expected him to be angry about it or be offended about it. And all Charlie Kirk did when he saw the South Park episode was he had a good laugh. He actually thought it was funny. And I was just thinking, imagine if this was a left-wing person who was put in South Park. Imagine if it was AOC, if she was put in a South Park episode. She would have been crying. We would never hear the end of it. They victimized me, and I'm an underprivileged woman. I love how she plays the victim even though she's rich. Another rich victim, by the way, AOC. If AOC is a victim, I want to be a victim. But let's look at Charlie Kirk's reaction. This just highlights the difference in the sense of humor.
Episode just dropped. Okay, everybody, the South Park episode.
Hold on, I want to make sure you guys can see it front and center, loud and clear. It's so weird to look at videos of Charlie now, by the way. It kind of feels surreal that he's dead.
Okay, everybody, the South Park episode just dropped, and honestly, it is hilarious. I mean, part of it is kind of like whatever, typical humor, but it was hilarious. Just watch this little snippet of our Prove Me Wrongs, our viral cultural domination on prime time on Comedy Central. So important, so impactful that South Park is highlighting. Watch it.
I'm sick of people stealing my stick. If anyone around here is going to be a master debater, it's me. So let's go. Who wants to debate the master debater?
Put a RIP in the chat for Charlie Kirk.
Let's go. You right there.
That's the stupidest haircut I've ever seen.
You are wrong. Leviticus 3:17 says it shall be a perpetual statute for your generations throughout all your dwellings. So you can shut up, baby. You just hate America and you love abortions.
Not only that, but Jeremiah 1:5, I made you in the womb. South Park gets this right. In fact, I think they've been watching a lot of Charlie Kirk videos.
So he was actually giving them credit for being factual when it comes to the roast.
Watch.
Oh my God, what makes you think you have the right to say what I do with my body?
Let me ask you something. If a pregnant woman is killed and the baby dies too, why is the killer charged with a double homicide?
Well, because people have different beliefs.
That's a super valid anti-abortion point, by the way. If a pregnant woman is killed, why is the person charged with a double homicide? Well, answer the question.
You have the right to say what I do with my body.
Let me ask you something. If a pregnant woman is killed and the baby dies too, why is the killer charged with a double homicide?
Well, because people have different beliefs.
It's not about belief. It's about truth. Science confirms life begins at conception. So yes, Jeremiah 1:5 says, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. But it's just morality that demands we protect the most vulnerable.
And we got our own award show as part of South Park. I was told going in, Charlie, if they say your name, that's a big win. Well, apparently there's the Charlie Kirk Awards.
Hello and welcome to the 3rd annual Charlie Kirk Award for Young Master Debaters.
More and more young people today are learning to fight for...
But didn't South Park pull this episode? I'm pretty sure they pulled the episode. Which is confusing to me because Charlie Kirk liked it. Like, why would they pull the episode if he liked the show?
America through...
Maybe we'll fact check that.
Through master debation. We're here to honor the recent efforts of a brave young man who has been furiously master debating for the past several days.
Now, there's going to be a lot said about this, but we need to have a good spirit about being made fun of. This is all a success. This is all a win. We as conservatives, we have thick skin, not thin skin. And you can make fun of us. It doesn't matter. And until next time, I hope all of you also become master debaters for truth.
He was such a G. I miss this dude, man. It's funny. It's such a strange thing to feel like you miss the presence of somebody that you never met. I miss this dude's content.
Okay, everybody, the South Park episode.
I really do. I miss the content. I miss the debates, but I think it's so cool too, just the fact that this format, online content, could make such a splash and make such a wave that it actually ended up on South Park like that. The fact that independent content creators can do that is crazy. Let's watch a couple more clips here. Hey, shout out to the chat, man. If you guys are liking the streams, make sure to become a member down below. I love how I've been called everything tonight, from a libtard to a Nazi. Apparently I'm a fringe right-wing conspiracist, according to one person, and then I'm a blue-haired nose ring wearing. I love it. I love you guys so much. I'll be whatever you want me to be, okay? It's true. I'm literally just here looking at videos. If you need to put me in a box, feel free, bro. Do what you gotta do. I wanted to look at one of the Charlie memes. There was some funny ass memes. I think it's mostly TikTok, because this is like brain rot shit.
Excuse me, where from?
The We Are Charlie Kirk memes here. This dude hit a speaker in the library and played it. Wait a second. This is so stupid.
What was that? Yeah, I know.
He's got different versions of the song? No way.
6761. It's time for the letters.
There was a funnier one, though. Hang on. I saw some really funny ones. Those AI songs, by the way, are so brutal because it's only people who are like 50 plus who fall for those songs. Like, you know, there's a grandma somewhere who thinks this song is real.
He's back in the bathroom. We are Charlie Kirk.
What the fuck is happening right now? People are asking, who is Dave Matthews? Dave Matthews is the singer of a band, guys. He's the singer of the band that we were just talking about. Okay, guys, we have an interview in 5 minutes. Let's take a look at some other clips. Elon Musk says they modeled Iron Man in the movies after me. Robert Downey Jr. and Jon Favreau met with me and toured SpaceX. No way. So they actually made Iron Man based on Elon Musk?
They did model Iron Man in the movies after me.
Yes.
So.
You were in the Iron Man movie, right?
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. and Favreau met with me and toured SpaceX and stuff. So, in fact, Iron Man 2, a large part of the movie is filmed in SpaceX.
Really?
Yes. If you watch Iron Man 2, you'll see that the SpaceX factory is the actual background.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it was cool. We had Scarlett Johansson doing martial arts in the lobby. Actually.
That's an insane first date pull line, by the way. I mean, listen, I think when you're the richest man in human history, to be fair, I don't think you really have to worry about pickup lines. Like, I don't think you have to worry about the way you're being perceived on a date. Let's put it that way. But imagine if you did, and the first line that you pull out is, the movie Iron Man is based on my life. That's got to be the hardest first date line. How do you top that? How does a dude sit down and top that? Maybe the Wolf of Wall Street is the only person who can actually top that. Let's take a look. So I Show Speed. We got one more clip here probably, guys. 1 or 2 more clips before our special guest calls in. Our special guest, guys, who just appeared on Mr. Beast in the brand new Mr. Beast video with Kevin Hart. He's going to call in and talk all about it. He just had another clip that went viral last night as well. So our boy is going to call in. Let's look at I Show Speed. So I Show Speed, the live streamer, has currently been streaming all across Africa. This is the continuation of his current world tour. And this is how he's moving currently in Kenya right now. Look at the crowd. Hang on. I'll make sure you guys can see this properly. I Show Speed drawing a crazy crowd in Kenya. Bro, picture this type of crowd for a live streamer. Even that is pretty much unprecedented. Like, it's pretty crazy. But imagine that this is happening in Africa. This is all the way in Kenya. Like, look, I can understand an American streamer packing out the mall in Miami. That I can understand. I can understand them maybe shutting down part of Times Square, getting a bunch of people to come out or doing something in L.A. For a streamer to shut down the streets in Kenya, there's a lot of celebrities that can't even do this. Crazy. Holy shit. It's like the Beatles. He's got people running. They're trying to walk on water? What are they trying to do? No, this is crazy. Bro, Speed has reached a level of fame that I don't think has really ever been anticipated for an online personality. I think this level of fame, like, yes, we could see it for actors or singers, but I don't think a live streamer has ever reached this point. And I got to say, I think Speed's the biggest streamer in the world right now. Easily. The other thing I like about Speed is the fact that I think we made the right person famous because dude is always being wholesome. Look at this clip here. So he met, I guess, a kid that he knew from the internet in Africa. He met him in person. I don't know how he knows this kid, but he obviously knows him from somewhere. But see, he could easily... Oh, he's doing the backflip. There you go. But see, he could easily just be like, I don't know who this kid is. Tell his security, don't let him near me. But every time I see Speed, he's doing the wholesome move. He's giving money to somebody, sleeping on the street. He's being nice to a little kid. He's trying to show love to somebody. So shout out to iShowSpeed, bro. And I like the fact that he's spreading positivity. Dude, the one thing I hate about all these streamers is that all these streamers want to spread some bullshit. They want to do stupid shit. They want to have girls on their stream shaking ass. Which, by the way, I never understand that. Like, when I see Kai Cenat having a girl on his stream shaking ass, I'm like, aren't your audience like a bunch of 12-year-olds? Like, I never understand how some of these other streamers have an audience of young people because Speed is the only one who actually caters to kids. So W Speed, bro. Not even to Glaze. Just W Speed. Okay, so we're hopping into... Here, guys, we're going to hop into a Zoom. We got our special guest calling in. If you guys are liking the stream, make sure to like and subscribe. And let's see if we got our special guest. I think we do. So let me make sure we got this. Guys, this is going to be good. Our boy is fresh off of Mr. B's video, man. This is a big deal. So look, make sure to show him a warm welcome. Hang on a second. Let me get this coming through. There he is.
Hey, what's up, bro?
Ladies and gentlemen, here's my boy. We got Fake Drake in the building. What's happening, brother?
Nah, just call me John, brother.
You got John? Okay, I didn't know if he wanted to dox it or what.
Nah, you just call me John, bro. How you doing, though, Cassius?
Recording in progress.
No see, bro.
I know, brother. I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Just been out here streaming, doing my thing.
You still out there in Thailand?
Yeah, I've been in Thailand and Vietnam, man. It's been super cool, and it's crazy because I feel like I was just in New York, but it's already like over a year since we actually linked up.
Yep. It's been a long time.
Yeah, brother. But I've been seeing you. You've been getting mad motion even this past week. I know we planned on doing this even before some of your latest drops, but dude,
yeah,
viral clip the last 2 days. You just came fresh off a video with Mr. Beast and Kevin Hart.
Yeah, that was great. That was a great experience.
Talk to me about that, man. Maybe let's jump into that. How did the Mr. Beast video come about?
Well, it came about because, by the way, sorry to the chat for this background. I don't know what's going on here. I can't change it, but
it's okay.
Whatever.
My man's got he's got the boomer background.
But actually after the Drake lookalike contest, which happened last year in December, I actually had quit the whole like Drake thing or whatever. It wasn't that I wanted to do permanently. I kind of did one more thing after that, and I was done with it. I was done with it for months and months. I was done with it. I'm like, all right, whatever. But then I was planning to do this Michael Jackson lookalike contest. I had printed the flyers out. I had did everything, and then the day of the contest, the sponsor had backed out the day of the contest, and I was so angry about it. I had put so much things together. I spent money myself. I had done so much, and then that same day I got contacted by somebody from Mr. Beast's team, which her name is Amber, and she contacted me, and I'm like, if I come back, I'm like, you know what? I'm doing like, can you let me know what is it going to be first? And then it was basically what the video was. And I'm like, I'm down with this. I didn't have to perform. I didn't have to go too hard. I literally just had to stand there with a briefcase. Like, I was like, I'm fine with doing that.
But you were going to quit the whole thing right before the offer.
Yeah, I was already done. I had been done already for for months already.
Yeah.
I was already done for months and months already. It's just, it was Mr. Beast. I'm like, I can't pass up that opportunity.
Exactly.
I can't pass up time to meet Mr. Beast and everything. So, they booked my flights, hotels, travel. They did everything. And we did it. We did that. It was crap. I met Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast is tall in person. I'm not gonna lie. He's tall in person.
He's tall.
He's tall. You know how usually when you say when you meet celebrities, they look smaller in cameras, something like that. He's like the first person I met. He looked bigger than he ever did in person. So I met him. Insane. And then it was a thing, and like, the real celebrity's gonna walk out, and then I already hear the voice. I'm like, oh shit, it's Kevin Hart. I'm like, oh, it's Kevin Hart. And then Kevin Hart walked out. He shook our hands. He was nice to us. Everything was good. We shot there. We did 2 takes, and that's it. It was over.
So real quick, for the people who haven't seen the video, we're going to put a clip in the recorded version, but for the live viewers, this was a video with a bunch of different celebrity impersonators in the room, I believe 5 of them, and 1 real celebrity in the mix. So Mr. Beast had people come in, take a look at the impersonators, and pick who was the real celebrity out of the bunch. So it was you, and who were the others? Do you remember?
It was someone who looked like Sabrina Carpenter, someone who looked like Justin Bieber, and someone who looked like Ed Sheeran. And the Ed Sheeran one was real good. He was real good. He was very convincing.
Yeah, it looked legit. So Kevin Hart was the real celebrity. You got to meet him, and he was a pretty cool dude in person.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. Yes, he was. I see why he's so successful, man. He's so funny, man. I see why he's such a successful person, bro. I can see why.
Now, what was it like working with Mr. Beast's team and maybe interacting with him? The one thing that we've been hearing a lot about lately, just frankly, is that Mr. Beast is fake. We've been hearing that off camera. He's not a nice dude. I can't vouch for that. I haven't met Mr. Beast. I haven't worked with him. But just based on what you've observed of him working with his team and the actual environment of his team and his people, what are your thoughts on that? And do you think like it's a pretty legit operation, or how did you feel?
No, it's a pretty legit operation. I've seen the things people say online about him, but honestly, he was nice to me. He was nice to me. He was nice to all of us. So he gave us Feastables. He insisted, please try the Feastables. He insisted, and it was good. It's funny because before we actually got to meet him, we were waiting in our little trailer area, and I'm like, oh, you think we're going to get to meet the man himself, though? And we're like, oh, we don't know. He's kind of shy. And then 1 second later, he walks in through the door, and we met him. I'm like, yo, look, it's Mr. Beast. But he was nice to us. He was nice to us. We were treated well. Everything was good.
So he actually made the time to come and meet everybody, because he easily could have just been separate, right? And then just sent you guys out.
That's what we thought it was going to be like. Yeah. That's what we thought it was going to be like. He came, he shook our hands, he spoke to us for a second. Somebody else came in, and then he left.
Okay, so 2 takes you said it took. So how many hours are we talking for this video?
The takes themselves was quick, but you got to be there all day. You know how these things go, man. So we were there early. We were there till like a certain time. And then the takes, it was actually 2 people that did it. But I think really the moment they wanted was the confusion between Ed Sheeran and Kevin Hart, because it looked real legit. And the person who came out was legit thought it was Ed Sheeran for a second.
Yeah. No, I can imagine that would be a trip. So obviously that experience must have skyrocketed you. I mean, what sorts of opportunities do you get approached with when you appear in a video like this? Because I would imagine that just in general, you're getting all types of different offers thrown at you. Like, what types of things do people really hit you up to do lately off of this?
Mostly Drake stuff, but I tell people I'm actually not doing it anymore. Believe it or not, it's mostly that. I tell people, if you guys want me on video, on stream, just let me appear as myself.
But how do you get out of it though? Because like you still look the same. That must be hard for you, because like you haven't changed anything for your appearance, but you want to stop doing it.
I did recently. I actually did cut my beard.
Okay.
I did have twist in my head. First of all, I ain't gonna lie, I'm fat as hell. I look the crazy without the beard. I'm like, I gotta grow the shit back. I gotta cut some weight down. I gotta, you know what I'm saying? So it looked a little crazy. I had the little goatee going on. But probably just gonna I have braids right now, but they're not like the exact same pattern. I try to do something more unique.
Yeah.
But like the thing is just to change the hairstyle, just to not make any Drake content. That's it. The reason I actually made that video, the video I made with when I'm walking down the street and I'm looking at the other person who's imitating Drake and I'm looking
Yeah.
at them. It was a spoof. It was a parody
Yeah.
of the Michael Jackson lookalike Fabio, him looking at another impersonator, and people like, oh my God, he thinks he's the real Michael Jackson. It's because people always judge me. Oh my God, this guy really thinks he's Drake. He's delusional. Ever since I like the contest and even before that, that was kind of like my final little video has the answer to everything, like a self-aware joke to it all.
Yeah, so you were impersonating the Michael Jackson impersonator for the people who haven't seen it, who walked up on another impersonator of Michael and basically crossing his arms, acting impressed, acting like it was an tribute to him. You kind of did the same thing. So let me ask you. There's two questions that I want to get to. I want to talk to you about you compared to the other celebrity impersonators. But before I get there, what made you want to actually stop with the Drake content? Was there a specific reason you wanted to stop?
To be honest, it's nothing I ever actually wanted to do in general, like for a long time. It was just something I did for fun, bro. Just in my room, jamming, out here jamming the Drake, doing the movements. I've always liked the acting, like theater since I was a kid. I played Santa Claus in a school play when I was like in 2nd grade. So I've always loved to act and do certain things like that. And that was just my way of paying tribute to my favorite artists. But it's not nothing I always wanted to do for a long time. I'm like, all right, bro, like I'm not trying to be a full-time celebrity impersonator.
You know what? That doesn't surprise me though, man, because the one thing about you that I've always found really interesting is that you're a super regular, cool dude. Like just even getting to meet you for an hour or whatever in New York, you're down to earth. And the one thing about these celebrity impersonators is that a lot of them are wackos, man. They're super weird. They either really think that they are the person,
Yeah,
or they
exactly.
think, or they think they're owed something, like because they look like this individual, and they try to really skyrocket it into something different. With you, you're just a regular chill dude, which kind of got me thinking, how did you get into this? Because you don't have that complex mentally.
What happened was I started going viral in the clubs. Now, against my own will. You know, Drake's Home Come On, I would be drunk, and I would just start doing the man.
Somebody's filming you in the corner and shit.
Yeah, you know, I'm trying to like spice some girl up in the club or something. So I started going viral. This happened like 3 times in a row, like month after month after month. And I'm like, oh my God, here we go. So then I got contacted to do the Little Mabu music video.
Yeah,
I did that.
Mabu.
I did that, and then after that, that's when people started saying, yo, we could come pay you to come act like Drake or whatever. And I'm like, at first, I'm like, yo, I really don't want to do it. Like, I really don't want to make any money out of this, you feel me? But it was like, take the opportunity. Somebody was like, yeah, I'll pay you like $300 for like 20 minutes or something. I'm like, damn, all right. So I went, I did it. I was nervous as fuck. Every time I do, I was nervous as fuck. I'm like, oh my God, what am I doing? My chubby ass coming up here acting like Drake in front of all these people. I would do it, whatever, and it paid off for a while. It was good. But then I'm like, I'm pigeonholing myself. You know what I'm saying? Kind of pigeonhole myself into that kind of role, so I stopped doing it. I did it really throughout 2024. My biggest moment was probably when I was inside of a boxing ring, and I was posted by New York Nico.
Yeah, and Drake saw that one, right?
Yeah, he did see that one. He reposted it on his story. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was big. So have you ever actually heard from Drake or like gotten a reaction from him on what he thinks about all this?
Maybe just that repost. I know he just liked it, my recent video, but I've never spoken to him. But you know, it's all fine. You feel what I'm saying, bro? I'm not really old much. I'm not old anything, anyways. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one that signed to do all of this. Just him doing that is enough love. You feel me? So shout out to my guy Drake.
Yeah, because I know that there have been sort of impersonators before, but I think they were moving in a different way, and maybe he wasn't really on board as much. Whereas with you, he seems to be able to tell that it's chill.
Yeah. He's talking about Izzy. He's talking about Izzy.
Yeah.
Everybody keeps thinking I'm the one that got a cease and desist or something like that. I know Izzy personally as a person. Like, I met him before. He's a hustler. He gets to the bag.
Yeah.
But I always told him when it came to the Drake shit, I'm like, yo, bro, you were horrible when it came to the Drake shit. He was big, though. He gained the biggest following. He was the most known one. But when it came to actually, like, the art of it all, because, like, it's a form of acting. Like, when it came to the art of it all, he sucked, bro. He sucked at that shit. He sucked. I'm sorry, I don't want to use bad language, but he sucked doing that. So, I guess he was trying to troll Drake or, like, trying to, like, go too hard, and I guess Drake just didn't like it.
Yeah. It makes me think of the line that he put in his one song, imitation isn't flattery, it's just annoying me.
It's just annoying me.
Right? What do you think of that line? Do you ever think of that line?
Yeah, that line. Every time I go on TikTok Live and I'm singing that line, I purposely sing that line louder so my audience, they love trolling me, bro. They love trolling me.
But, hey, my audience loves trolling me too, though, bro. So we got that in common.
Yeah, I'm watching the chat right now, actually. I was watching it a little bit. I'm watching it right here a little bit. I was watching it. It was trolling you a little bit. Just a few minutes before I joined.
I love it, though. But I feel like you got to have... If you don't have a sense of humor about yourself, I don't think you should be posting on the internet. You know?
You have to. Come on. Like, even though, like, I don't want people to look at me as just like a wannabe or something, I understand why people say that. Look at the content I'm putting out. Look at the video I just put out the other day. Me walking up, me playing a dude disguised as a dude, disguised as another dude. Like, I understand, you feel me? But that was just kind of my way of being creative, and I'm just gonna move towards some different content. If it blows up, if it doesn't matter. I'm gonna just keep going and keep going and keep going. I really want to start streaming, to be honest.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. So, what type of content do you see yourself doing for like this next step?
Right now, little like spoof videos and stuff like that, reenactment of certain things. Just like, see, I did that. I have something else cooking too, which is kind of like a little part two to this reaction right here. But this one's gonna be funny as hell. I want this one to be funny as hell, and then I'm gonna just keep doing like just little videos, just little spoof videos, streaming stuff, and just stuff like that. Just see what happens. I'm really interested into boxing. I'm real interested in boxing and MMA too. So I really want to get my audience into that too.
And is that why you were in the boxing ring for that last event? Like you've kind of done stuff with that as well, or was that different?
That was actually for a book signing.
A book signing.
Matt Starr. He was having a book release event. It was a book release event, and they hired me to act like Drake there, and I was like the final act or something. And then I was nervous as hell for that. That was in Church Street Boxing Gym downtown. I'm like, oh my God, there's so many people here, bro. There were hundreds of people in there, bro. And then I was immediately posted on the internet right after that, right before I even walked out the place.
Did you know New York Nico was in the building, or was it a random?
I didn't know.
I've
seen his page before. I never knew who his face was, but it's funny because before he even told me who he was, there was someone like in the corner of the ring. Because I was kind of nervous, but then I seen someone like kind of like like egging me out, like, you good, you got this, and I kind of felt more comfortable around that person. And ended up being that person was New York Nico right after that.
Oh,
and I'm like, that's crazy how you already feel people's energy before you even truly meet them.
Yeah, that's funny because I probably wouldn't recognize him either, but I know his page. So, yeah, I mean, I could be standing right next to dude, and that's something that will happen in New York, I would imagine, like every day. You could be standing next to somebody, you don't realize who it is.
Yep, exactly. That's true. New York is like that.
That's a trip, man. Real quick, I just wanted to get your take on this. We saw the new news about the RICO case that's happening potentially against Drake.
People on TikTok live kept trolling me about that. I'm like, yo, what are y'all talking about? And I think it's something like with him and gambling and Aiden Ross or something like that.
Yeah, so they're basically saying that they misused money coming in from the stake gambling platform to, I guess, fund other wins for them. And the details are a little unclear. Maybe we'll jump into the video after this interview type of thing so my chat can know about it. But I guess just like overall, do you think Drake is going to have any big legal losses, or do you think this will just be another one that he gets away with? Because from where I'm sitting, I mean, he just posted a steak promo yesterday. He doesn't seem too concerned about it. So I think he's just going to walk clean.
He's going to land on his feet, man, like he always tries to. He's going to land on his feet, man. That's what I think it is. But, hopefully everything gets sorted out. You know what I'm saying, man?
Yeah, Iceman on the way too. I'm excited for that.
Yeah,
but
I can't wait. Nah, that one I'm definitely gonna stream myself reacting to that one. I'm not gonna lie. I've been waiting for that album, man. That's my highly anticipated album of the year right there.
Yeah, that's gonna be nuts. And they're taking a lot of the leaks off the internet now as well. So I think the album's getting ready to drop. So I'm excited for it, man. But John, I appreciate you stopping in, dude. We just wanted to get you to come on for the check-in, talk about the latest stuff, and I love to see what you've been doing. So where can people find you? I know you're gonna have new content. Sort of a brand new chapter for you. Where can people tap in?
You could tap in on my Instagram, JohnDour25, JOHNDOUR25, or my TikTok, which is the same name but just the 8 at the end, JohnDour258.
Awesome.
I go live on TikTok at least once or twice a day, so you can always catch me there.
Cool.
There, I'll be playing the Drake music, the Michael Jackson. I perform, I dance, I go crazy, but that's just me home vibing with the people. But as far as like, can you hire me for your birthday party, your wedding? I don't do stuff like that anymore. So to anybody in the comments that want to ask, like, I don't do things like that anymore.
He's retired, bro. You got the Drake cosign, you got the Mr. Beast video, you got the viral. You're good, dude. You've done it. So I think you're actually making the right call. Get in and get out, dude. That's what I say.
Yep, exactly. There you go. Try to leave while you ahead. And I want to thank you for doing this interview with me, bro, because I don't like the false narrative that goes around me. I do understand why people say that, though. I'm not delusional to why people say that. Yeah. I'm not delusional to it all. I understand, even though my appearance and everything, the videos you see me doing, I get it. But it's like, I'm happy that you give me a platform so we can speak and we could just chop it up, man.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. No, I think it's important for people to know. So let's keep in touch. We'll do something again soon.
I got you, man. Shout out to you and shout out to the chat, man. I'm looking at the chat right here.
Yes,
shout out to the chat.
Thank
have
you,
a good
brother.
one, bro. Enjoy yourself.
Take care, man.
Thank you. You too.
John Dour, everybody. Formerly known as the Drake impersonator John Dour. Obviously retired now, as he just let us know. But this was a cool chat, man. And again, guys, I just wanted to bring my boy on. He just went super, super viral. Well, let's play the clip one more time Just for anybody who didn't see the video. acting like he was being honored by this Drake impersonator. So this just went super viral. Funny shit, man. Shout out to my boy John. So yeah, interesting to hear what it was like being with Mr. Beast working too. And I didn't mean to throw Mr. Beast under the bus or like try to perpetuate a false narrative about Mr. Beast. But I have heard a lot of statements about him just being not that good of a dude to work with. Again, this wasn't something that I've personally experienced. Actually, I'll tell you guys, I was going to tell this to John, but I forgot. So I wanted to tell you guys this story about Mr. Beast. And you guys are probably going to, this is going to go down to my chat as probably one of the biggest fumbles I've ever done, to be completely honest with you. This was a fumble. So there was a time about 2 years ago when I was looking to get a new job in the media space. I wanted a new media job. And I was trying to figure out where I was going to go. And one of the places that I applied online was for Mr. Beast. I applied for about 5 different jobs on his career site. And one of them I actually got a response to. It was some sort of associate producer job or whatever. But I actually got multiple responses to my job application for Mr. Beast here. They sent it in. And it was a bunch of questions. They were asking me crazy questions like, we want to put Mr. Beast in a box and have the box go to 3 different countries in 24 hours. How are you going to put Mr. Beast in a box and make sure he survives and ship him to like the 7 wonders of the world? That's what it was. They were like, we want to have him in a box at the pyramids, in a box at the Arctic. Anyway, just super confusing, bizarre ideas for content. Now, I was reading this and I'm like, I'm not a producer necessarily. I wanted to be on the content side, social media, editing, stuff like that. This was more like a visionary of Mr. Beast videos. And I was looking at this thing that they sent me and I was like, this isn't my thing because I don't even watch Mr. Beast. To be completely honest, I just wanted a job. So I figured they sent this out to everybody. This is a follow-up questionnaire. I figured this was a standard thing that they sent to everybody who applied for jobs with them. So I just ignored it. I was like, whatever. I'm not going to pursue this position because it's just whatever. Then later on, I apply for a bunch of other jobs at Mr. Beast, and I realized something. Not only did I not get a follow-up on the other applications from the first batch, I didn't get a single follow-up to any of the applications from the second batch, meaning that the follow-up Mr. Beast team sent me was not an automated follow-up that they send people, was not a typical thing that they send people. They were actually looking at giving me a job. They were actually sending me the follow-up questionnaire to see what I could do. They were asking me if I would relocate to North Carolina, to which I had said yes. And they were actually looking to give me the job. Now, I don't necessarily see this as too much of a fumble because I believe that the universe is on my side. So I think if I'm meant to have an opportunity, I'm going to get it. But, bro, kind of a fumble at the same time because I just want to know what he would have paid. That's all I want to know, guys. What would he have paid me? Could I have been rich right now? So I have no clue. Let's look at the short though that our boy John did. So this got 141 million views in 3 weeks. Insane. Whoa. It's got to be centered. I'm sorry, guys. Let me not behave like a rookie streamer. Let's center this. And let's play it right. Shout out No Fun City.
But only one of them. In front of you are 5 celebrities, but only one of them is real. If you can guess which one is real, I will give you 10.
So see, he said the Ed Sheeran one looked really accurate. Oh my God, that looks just like Ed Sheeran. I mean, that's a really, really good impersonator. Who's the other one? Justin Bieber. Oh, this is the guy. So this guy snuck into a club in Vegas and did a performance as Bieber. I remember this guy. Pretty good, but I think without the glasses, I could tell with him. I think, yeah. The glasses are saving him.
You can guess which one is real. You can guess which one is
Obviously, our boy.
real. I will give you 10.
Who's the other one? And then Kevin Hart. So we already admitted this is the real one. Let's see how fast she gets it.
$1,000. You have 10 seconds. 9.
Wait, what?
8.
Ed Sheeran.
7.
Okay, is it 4?
6. 5.
Kevin Hart
4,
or Ed Sheeran?
3.
Wait, I don't know.
2. Kevin Hart or Ed Sheeran?
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart. You think Kevin Hart's the real one? This is a $10,000 decision you made.
Oh, wait, I don't know.
$10,000 on the line. You are correct. This is Kevin Hart.
I was trying to act like I'm not Kevin Hart, but then my face is doing Kevin Hart stuff.
Can I give you a hug?
Yeah.
Thank you. What the heck?
In front of you are 5 celebrities, but only one.
Hey, shout out to Kevin Hart, man. Did you guys see that Kevin Hart is reportedly a billionaire, but he doesn't want to admit it? I saw this interview that he did with Speedy. Let me see if I can find the clip real quick. Again, I wish I could have all the clips loaded up, but sometimes we just talk about... Damn it, shut up, TikTok. Sometimes we talk about something that is not prepared. But let me see. Kevin Hart, billionaire. This is the smartest thing, though, because if I was a billionaire, I would never announce it. I look at these announcements, like I saw the thing, it was like, Rihanna is now officially a billionaire. I'm like, can you imagine calling your press team and telling them to make that a release? And telling them that you want to announce that to the world that you're a billionaire? Bro, the second I hit billionaire status, whatever the opposite of an announcement is, that's what I'm doing. Listen, there's no scenario where I'm announcing what's in my pocket if it's $1 billion.
A quick Google search says that your net worth is $400 million. A quick Google search says that your net worth is $400 million.
That's a quick Google search. I don't really think you can trust a lot of that stuff that you read on the internet, right? Like the internet is weird. So
that's a really classy way of saying I am way fucking richer than that. That's literally, this is the classiest way of saying, boy, I am 1,000 times richer than what you are telling me.
Did you read on the internet?
Don't believe, bro. Somebody tells you that you're worth $400 million, and your answer is don't believe everything you read on the internet. That motherfucker's 10 times richer.
I don't really think you can trust a lot of that stuff that you read on the internet, right? Like the internet is weird. So some people just
bro said with a B. That's billion with a B.
Is that accurate?
No, it's not accurate.
Is it far off?
What, that number? Yes, of course. It's extremely far.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yes.
You're saying you're worth a lot more.
I'm saying that number's far off. Got it. What is worth?
I remember a time you told Gil King that by...
That's how you know you're disgustingly rich. He goes, what is worth? I've never asked that question. I've never known anybody in a regular tax bracket who has to ask the definition of worth.
Time you were 45, you would hope to be a billionaire. Did you fail?
Oh, that's a rich laugh right there. Hang on a second. Kevin, we know that laugh. We know that laugh, Kevin. That's called a billionaire laugh. That's the type of laugh where every time you laugh, a little money emoji comes out. Ha, 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 ha. It's like you're shooting them out of your mouth. You know the money emoji with the wings on iPhone? Ha, ha, ha. They're just coming out with every little ha. Ha, ha, ha. It's like rapid fire.
5, you would hope to be.
Now that's a wealthy laugh. That's not even a rich. That's a wealthy.
Did you fail?
Did I fail?
No, he's crying. Dude's so rich, he's crying, laughing.
Did I fail? No, I think failure is in the eyes of the beholder. You know, I'm still
right here.
Well, I'm still working. We're doing good things in business, and you know, right now it's just about keeping our head down and grinding. You know.
Congratulations.
Speedy, you're a fool, man. Shout out to Speedy. Speedy always cracks me up because he'll get the answer without getting the answer. As an interviewer, I respect it.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Self-made black billionaire.
Oh,
Well, I'm not. I've never. I don't think I've ever confirmed or
that's
denied.
cold.
Well, you essentially confirmed just now.
Well, I said that I'm working, keeping my head down,
Right.
just kind of marching forward and
You passed the mark. Woo, billion. Then you put your head down and march on. And that is to be celebrated.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Well, I'm not cheering. I mean,
I'm not gonna. I never said that. But see, he's smart. I'm sitting here roasting him. Meanwhile, he's sitting there with $1 billion and his privacy. Nah, Kevin Hart wins.
To billions.
No, I'm cheering you just for
To billions.
I'm cheering you just for being a great guy and a great number one.
Number one.
Yeah, I like that. Shout out to Speedy too. I want to watch. I think me and Speedy got to do the collab, dude. I got to get the Speedy interview on this stream. We're gonna do more live guests, guys. I think that was a fun one. I feel like you guys were really shocked by that one too. I feel like it was super unexpected. Wasn't this guy attacked by a fan? Who was attacked by a fan, Roy? Kevin Hart? Let's take a look at some stuff here. Sorry, guys. This is, for some reason, I find TikTok is really hard to navigate on desktop because it doesn't show me any of the shit that I see on my phone. But there's a couple clips of Mr. Beast that are said to have shown his real personality. Let's go through a couple of these and just try to figure out what's going on here. So people have been saying that Mr. Beast is a really friendly, likable guy on camera. But the reality of Mr. Beast is apparently that he's not this type of person off camera, that he's actually very cold, calculated, and not really that warm of a guy. Now, these are not personal experiences that I've had. Again, we just had somebody who's worked with Mr. Beast telling us otherwise earlier in the stream, calling in. But let's take a look at a couple clips and figure it out ourselves.
Airrack's in your shirt. Sorry, you don't like to get touched. Airrack's in your
The
shirt.
aspect ratio is crazy. TikTok and YouTube so different. So he gets offended because Aiden Ross touches
Airrack's
him.
in your shirt.
He doesn't want to be touched.
Airrack's in your shirt. Sorry, you don't like to get touched.
What is with you and touching me? No. Here, Matthew, can you hold this for a second? Just. Yeah. Aiden, I think it's time we set some boundaries.
Let's do it.
No, I'm serious.
Yeah, no.
You take your hands.
Yeah.
And keep them away from me.
Okay. X, can I still touch you? Like always? Thanks, bro.
Okay.
Cool. Just not you, but...
We good?
I'm not gonna touch you.
There we go.
See?
Yeah.
Airrack.
Wait a minute. I can't tell if he's joking or if he's serious. Is he being serious?
It's in your shirt. Sorry, you don't like to get touched.
What is with you and touching me? No. Here, Matthew, can you hold this for a second? Just. Yeah. Aiden, I think it's time we set some boundaries.
Let's do it.
No, I'm serious.
Yeah, no.
You take your hands.
Yeah.
And keep them away from me.
Okay.
Oh, he's so patronizing, though. It's so patronizing because there's a way to do it. Like, look, I've seen this scenario play out before. Like, we've seen it even with Ice Cube in that one clip where the guy puts his arm around him and he knocks his hand off. If you don't want to be touched, that's your right. Like, literally take the guy's hand off, I would agree. But to be patronizing about it, especially when Aiden Ross just donated tens of millions of dollars to your charity, like, bro, be nice to him.
X, can I still touch you? Like always? Thanks, bro.
I don't like that. Let's see.
I think Mr. Beast didn't invite me. Here's my take. Like, I know people are gonna be like, oh, I don't think Mr. Beast likes me. If you want me to be honest with you, I don't think he likes me. I think I ate off that stream. He ate off that stream. I asked the question where the water's at. I'm not coming at him saying it's fake. I think that might have turned him the wrong way. But I will tell you, you know, look, I'll say this. You know, after I did the Team Water shit, I was told we could hop on and play zombies. We could, you know, kick it. And I think Mr.
Oh, man. Aiden Ross thought Mr. Beast was his friend. Dude, let me tell you something. Aiden. I'll tell you something that I know as a dude in the entertainment business. Now, I'm not at Aiden Ross level quite yet. Give me a little bit of time to get there. But I know celebrities. I've had... See, I hesitate to even call them friendships, but I've had acquaintances with people who are very famous. I've had people who are very famous take a liking to me for what I can provide to them. That's the key part. And I think if you get in that sort of situation, that's the number one thing you have to remember. A powerful, famous, rich person is only going to bring you into their orbit because you can do something for them. And no matter how much you feel like they might be your actual friend, they're not. You know, all these dudes, and it's not to throw anybody under the bus, but any famous rich dude who I've had in my orbit, when it really comes down to it, we're not friends. So it kind of hits close to home because I've been there. I've been there when I've reached out to somebody who I feel like I've done a solid or I've been there for, and you realize they don't really fuck with you like that. And that sucks. Let's see.
Why didn't Mr. B say I raised $12 million? And why did Mr. B say just did my first live stream? Unreal, dude. I don't know what to say, dude. Why do you not want to mention me? I don't get it. Like, I don't understand. Did I not contribute enough? Why didn't Mr. B say I?
Holy shit. Aiden, though, why are you taking shit from this guy? Aiden Ross is sitting here acting like he's just some powerless little streamer fanboy. Dude, you're Aiden Ross. You're the biggest streamer on the planet. Maybe. Fight back. I think that's the problem. I think everybody wants to cower to Mr. Beast because they feel like he's the king. Dude, if I was in that dude's face, I would tell him he isn't shit. I don't care how many subscribers you have, dude. Subscribers can't unlame you. Money can't unlame you. If you're a lame motherfucker, if you're not cool, if you're not good to people, that's where it ends, dude. I don't give a fuck how much you got. And I don't care how much of what it is. Whether it's money, whether it's women, whether it's fame, whether it's clout. The last thing I care about is how much you got. Come correct. You gotta come correct, bro. Let's look at some more clips. So this is Myron Gaines. Myron goes off on people that say the Minneapolis ICE shooting was a bad shot. This will be definitely a family-friendly, wholesome video.
When guys like this say dumb shit about it was a bad shoot or you shouldn't do that, whatever, that's how I know you bitch-ass niggas got no weapons training. You bitch-ass niggas got no tactical training. You guys never served in the military. You guys never worked in law enforcement. Shut the fuck up. A lot of you guys are some bitch-ass niggas. You over here trying to judge people in life or death situations. Your fucking pussy-ass gets surprised when they call yours in the fucking name at Starbucks. Shut the fuck up. Bitch-ass nigga, you sitting there waiting in line for your fucking fagga latte, whatever the fuck you're drinking, your pumpkin spice latte, fucking queer. They call your name Michael. You get surprised off shit like that. Never had a fucking dangerous situation in your fucking life. You sweet as fucking pudding, nigga. Get the fuck up out of here. Never been in a confrontation in your life. Never had your life challenge. Never had to pull out a gun. Never had to be in a life or death situation. Never been in a flight or fight situation. Shut the fuck up. 99% of you fucking faggots that sit there and say that this is a bad shoot, you are some bitch-ass niggas, bro.
Bro's got a fucking copy of Mein Kampf in the background. Dude, what is this guy on? What type of shit is this guy on? What is in the background of his shit? What does this plaque say? What does it say? Women are dumb? What the fuck? Bro, what is this set? What is that? It says women are dumb, blacks are crooks. Bro, what the fuck? Indians no, it doesn't say that. It doesn't say that, does it? You can't say that. Can he say that?
Shut the fuck up. Fucking pussy. You're the type of nigga someone comes up to you and goes, boo, and you're like, oh, God. Fucking soft as cookie dough. Fucking faggots. Drinking your faggot lattes at fucking fag bucks. or fucking dunking queers. Because that's all you guys fucking do is dunking your dick in queers' assholes like Abba. Fucking faggot, man. Bitch ass niggas, bro. Bitch ass niggas all over the place. Holy shit. Niggas have never been in a confrontation or a life or death situation ever in their fucking life. They want to sit there Monday morning quarterbacking, looking at pulling out a fucking protractor. Well, the car was like this angle here. The car was like this. Like he totally should have shot. He could have got out the way. Shut the fuck up, bitch ass nigga. Cops don't have a fucking duty to retreat. Retard. Okay? If they had a duty to retreat, niggas wouldn't be able to do their jobs. You fucking idiot. There's a reason why it's called law enforcement. Okay? Law enforcement, not law evade. Okay? That's what your dumb monkey ass probably does, faggot. Holy shit, niggas are retarded.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Myron needs to chill. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I like some of the Myron clips. I do. I like some of the Myron takes. But bro seems so wound up and he seems so unhappy. That's the one thing that really strikes me. Like, Myron, you talk every day about how much better your life is compared to other people. You live a superior quality of life. You don't need the typical things that people need to be happy and be fulfilled in life. The only thing that I noticed, though, is that you yourself seem miserable. You don't seem like a happy person. You seem like a miserable man. Very unhappy. So I don't understand the angle here, dude. And also, what is with this? And this is a genuine question about Myron, and I'm not even trying to talk shit. Does this dude not realize that he's black? And listen, this is a genuine question. Listen, I see him calling people the N-word. I see him referring to blacks as monkeys. And I'm like, dude, do you not own a mirror? And do you not understand that you yourself are a black individual? I don't even usually react to it because I can't tell if it's serious or not. That's the thing about all these red pill influencers. I can't really tell if most of what they do is legitimate or if it's actually just rage bait. Like, I'm not going to sit here and react to rage bait as if it's a legitimate thing. But I'm like, does this guy not understand that? Like, he's like that Clayton Bigsby character. It's like that Chappelle Show character, the blind KKK member. It's like I don't understand. Somebody said they think he's Indian. Is he Indian? What is his race? I need to know it now. Myron Gaines' race. Oh, Myron. I can't just write race. I got to put Myron Gaines. And again, it's not even like I fuck with Myron because he's doing what he's doing his thing. He's getting his word out there. Don't tell me he's Bayesian, bro. Is he Are we the same race? Hosted by, oh no. Sudanese American blogger. This dude is Sudanese. What is he talking about then? His co-host is Barbadian American. Shout out Barbados, bro. Hey, shout out Barbados. I haven't been down there in a minute, dude. It's been a while since I went down there. I don't know if I have any videos from when I went down there. I don't think so. Let's see what else we got.
She fucked around and she found out, bro. That's what it really comes down to. Do not fucking run at the police in your car. You're gonna get shot. See, here's the other thing, too, about you stupid ass niggas. We can sit here and laugh all day at dumb black people. When they do the dumb shit that they do and they get shot by the police. But then some white bitch, some retarded white chick, right? Backs up, runs into a cop, gets shot. Oh, no, outrage. She did the same dumb shit that these fucking chimps be doing. And this is why I tell you guys.
Dude, no, not the smoke detector. Myron, come on, bro. Not the smoke chirp.
And dumb shit that these fucking chimps be doing.
It's so stupid. It's just like, I don't even understand having the capacity to be mad at this. It's just so ridiculous. It's so hilarious.
Fucking chimps be doing. And this is why I tell you guys all the fucking time. What did I say before? White men, control your women, bro. They do dumb shit like this. The leader of the progressive movement is always white, Caucasian fucking females. Idiots. Doing shit like this, carpet munching fucking lesbian sicko. With her dumbass, I don't know, creature, what I don't know what that was with her. Clearly not a good guider at all.
Bro, this is so bad for my career, by the way, to be sitting up here laughing at these videos on camera. But I think it's funny, and I've said it before, like, racist humor to me is such a non-issue because it's humor. It's just jokes. Somebody could walk up to me right now legitimately and call me the worst racial slur. I would think it's funny. People have done it. I just think it's funny because what is the alternative? We can either sit here and cry about our collective differences. Every race has people that hates them. So we can all cry about having that. We can complain. We can victimize ourselves and act like we're the victims. Or we can just laugh it all off. To me, that's the better thing.
Oh. Lawful commands come out. A fucking ICE agent comes over and says, get out the car. What does she do? Her dumbass puts the battery in the back of the retard and gets in the car. And then she backs up and tries to hit the nigga, and then bam, she gets shot at. Idiot.
This dude is so wild to me, bro. He's just so wild to me. No, you don't. It hurts you inside. Doesn't hurt me at all, dude. I think it's hilarious. I think you have to be a really soft pussy if you're offended by humor. There's really nothing that you can, no joke that you can really make that I could find offensive. Let's look at this. So we were talking about this story yesterday with DJ Academics going off on this streamer Samaya, calling her an escort for partying with Trippie Redd. We posted a whole video about this yesterday. So if you guys want to go and check out my initial take, go and check that out. But another streamer has jumped in to weigh in on the situation, Ben the Don. Let's see what he has to say about Samaya. Says he defends her after Academics called her an escort for getting flown out by rappers.
I'm taking Samaya out of it. I'm taking like all niggas out of it. I'm taking a real personality out of it. When y'all, even bitches will really use niggas to get an experience and be like, I'm not doing shit. And what the nigga supposed to do? Be like, either the nigga keep it P and be like, all right, well, you cool. I'm just not going to invite you out no more. I'm not going to invite you no more. Or the nigga gets into it with the bitch and they be like, find your own way home. Bitch, you can't. Like how I think Lil TJ and Ruby had got into it back in the day, like that type of shit. You gonna buy my flight home, man? Hell no, bitch, find your way. Like it be that type of shit going on. Every time bitches be around, y'all might feel like bitches gonna fuck, but like that shit don't be going on every time, fool. Like if say like.
You can tell that's from experience, by the way. You know, look, just the way that dude looked off into space there for a second while he's telling us this, you know he's flown a couple girls out that he couldn't hit.
Be going on every time, fool. Like,
they wouldn't let him hit.
Like, if say like any football celebrity y'all know flies out 20 bitches, all them hoes not finna fuck.
Nah, that expression right there, that's personal experience.
Some bitches will go for the vibe and experience. I'm taking some out of it. I'm taking like all niggas out of them.
Man, see, all these dudes are in shambles, bro. See, this is the funny thing to me about our current era. In the current era, we see all these dudes and women. We see all these people on social media who are supposed to be living the dream. We see these young rappers. We see these young lit streamers. We see these rich OnlyFans models making millions of dollars a year, supposedly. We see all these people in Miami streaming, in LA streaming. They're getting tons of money. They're getting bank. They're supposed to be, and we are told that they are living the life that we are supposed to envy. We are told that they are living the life that we should aspire to be in. The only problem here with this equation is that all of these people seem miserable. And it may not be overly apparent at first. You know, at first glance, when you look at a guy, and I'm not even saying Ben the Don. I think Ben the Don is cool. I got no issue with him. I don't want any issues with that camp, to be frank. But I look at these guys in the way that they describe their lifestyle, and they describe that all of their relationships consist of flying out these soulless women from Instagram who really have nothing to contribute, and it's not even a slight against them. It's just they're actually not that interesting. Most of them are in their early 20s. They really have no life experience, and they have no talent and nothing to offer except for just being attractive. So these dudes, basically their whole life, their whole experience with women, their entire interaction with relationships revolves around meaningless connections from meaningless people. And what tends to happen most of the time is that these people are left incredibly unfulfilled on both sides. The dudes feel like it's all meaningless. The women never find a man to settle down with, which is what they ultimately want. But this is what we're told we should look to now. This is what we're told that we should envy and want to be in. Sort of a downward spiral of lust and hedonism with no end goal. You know, you look at these people who are running through OnlyFans models, and again, I got nothing against it, guys. I've taken down a few IG models myself. Like, I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm the Pope. You know, I'm not throwing stones. What I'm trying to tell you is that there's a lack of fulfillment that comes from this type of lifestyle. And the one thing that I really, really hope is that we can get to a point where we stop glamorizing this lifestyle. Because here's the thing. Right now, there's this idea that getting a bunch of money, having no meaningful connections, fucking everybody that walks, that's the life that's up here. And then a regular kind of boring, meaningless life is having a kid, having a steady partner, and having a secure foundation. What I would like to see moving forward, 2026, 2027, 28, I would like to see it reversed. I would like to see the hedonistic, fuck whoever you want, do drugs all day, zero connections, no ties lifestyle. I would like that to be viewed as the bottom of the barrel, the bottom tier life. And I want people to aspire to living a real life with a partner, maybe with a family, with a foundation, with real people around them, not buying their friends, not buying their wife, their girl. I would like to see that switched, because to me, that is the true top tier lifestyle. And I'm also speaking from some experience too, because I've always been enamored by the lifestyle that we're sold. I've always wanted it myself. I've actually done a lot of things in my life to put myself in the position to even indulge more in that lifestyle. But for me personally, it doesn't make me happy. Like, I feel like it's one thing if you've never done it to speak on it, but if you've done it and you're speaking from experience, it's different. So that's really where I sit on it, man. I don't find fulfillment in meaningless connection. I don't find fulfillment in having friends for the night, or having friends that I've paid for, or having people around me who don't really fuck with me, but they like what I can do for them. All of this superficial stuff, I don't like. And I have to be completely honest, I think it's good that I was protected from it by not blowing up too big too fast. That's the one thing about my career that you'll never be able to say. That he got too big too quickly. And trust me, that's incredibly frustrating to me on many different levels. If I got big quickly, I'd have a lot more money, I'd have a lot more fame, I'd have a lot more clout. But how many bad things come with that? And you're never going to hear that with me. That's the one silver lining that I'm really happy about. You're never going to hear Cassius Morris got too big, too fast, and he couldn't handle it. Because by the time I get to where I need to be, I think I'm going to be so in tune with what I need as a man, what I need in my life, that I'm not going to fall into those pitfalls. I'm not going to become that dude. I'm not going to become like a Frankenstein version. That's kind of how I look at it. Some people blow up, they get money, they get clout, they get fame, and then they become like a Frankenstein version of themselves. It's like a different version of them. So that's ultimately what I want to avoid. But, you know, I want that one day. I don't necessarily see that as an option for me until I've become successful. I don't think a man who is on the hunt, you know, a man who's building the castle, I don't think has the capacity for like a partner. I don't think I have the capacity for an actual woman in my life. And I think this is actually very important for people to realize. Because if you try to force it too, it's not going to work. If you try to force it too soon, it's not going to work. Thank you for subscribing, Doom. One Way Truth says it actually is switched. Most people just don't realize until it's too late for them. Exactly. Exactly, One Way Truth. I completely agree. I guess what I'm saying is I wish the public perception would be changed by a lot of these everyday people. But I think, to be fair, like the real public who's in tune with reality knows this. How long do you think your career is going to last blogging? I mean, I've been doing content since I was 10 years old, so I've been doing it for 17 years already. So, yeah. I mean, I'll be doing media of some kind for my whole life. But my ultimate goal is to try to find a way to balance a real life with this life. I just know that it's not possible. Like, guys, I even tried recently to just be all in on a relationship. I tried to really just be all in with it. And everything in my life that, like, this was last month, December. I met this girl in Vietnam, went to give it a shot. But, bro, everything that I had built the month leading up to that, everything that I built in November disintegrated in December because I went for the relationship. And it's because I'm building the castle still. How can I be offering a room for rent in a building that's not even built? I'm an up-and-coming live streamer. I got an empire to build. So that's all I'm saying, guys. Not to go on a total rant. But it's like, you got to know where you stand. We're going all the way tonight, guys. We're talking about topics I never thought we'd talk about. How old am I? I'm 27. So yeah, let's see if there's any other clips, guys. Let's take a look. Okay, bro, so look at this. So IShowSpeed was in for a huge scare in Kenya after spotting his stalker on location in Africa. Now, for anybody who hasn't heard about this, IShowSpeed has a stalker who's going by the name of White Speed. And this dude has somehow managed to stalk IShowSpeed all around the world. We're talking across Asia. We're talking across Africa. Speed is in a different country every couple of days, and somehow, every time he goes to a new country, this stalker has managed to follow him. We don't know how he's getting the visas. We don't know how he's affording to travel like this. But let's take a look at this clip. IShowSpeed comes face to face again with his stalker in Kenya. This is insane. Look at this. That dude. So this is a crazy situation because Speed has actually been warned not to acknowledge this guy, but he keeps showing up in every different country, and people are wondering, how does he do this? How does he find Speed? How does he even afford to travel like this? Nobody knows. But I gotta admit, this is scary. It's actually quite scary. Yeah, somebody asks, let me see. Janice asks, how are you going to build the empire? Janice, I think it's all about just being consistent. My number one thing that I try to tell people about any plan that they implement is just to stick to the plan. A lot of the time people think they need to come up with something different or come up with a new angle or come up with something to add to their plan in order to make it work. When really what would have propelled their plan even further would just be sticking to it. So I know that live streaming, interviews, and IRL content are what's going to blow me up. So this year, it's just about sticking to the plan. I'm not here to reinvent the wheel. We know what works, and we're going to keep doing it. Yeah, he probably, this white speed guy, he probably has rich parents or something. David said Speed pays this dude for content. That's actually a interesting, you know what? If we're actually thinking about probability, that's probably the most likely scenario. If we're really thinking about the odds of, like, let's be realistic for a second. What's more likely? The fact that this guy is actually pulling this off? Or the fact that Speed is paying for it? And by the way, I don't want to throw shade at anybody, but a lot of these streamers, I think most of it is paid. I mean, you watch the Speed streams, and again, I'm not going to throw stones at a bigger streamer than me. It's a bad look. I'm not here to throw stones. But I would actually, if I interviewed Speed, I would ask him about this. Like, how authentic are your streams? Because this dude walks around the corner in every city, and there's somebody waiting for him who is significant somehow. He walks around the corner in Wall Street. He meets the founder of Wall Street, who just happens to be sitting there. He walks into a cafe. He meets the guy who invented the internet. This dude walks around the corner in every scenario, and it's like a video game. Press Y to talk to this character. So part of me wonders how legitimate it is. Because what they do with these streamers, too, is they keep them having a low budget so that it feels like it's not orchestrated. You know, they keep Kai Cenat. Why do you think they keep Kai Cenat in that shitty bedroom with a shitty camera? We're talking about a dude who's worth hundreds of millions of dollars, but no. What do? They don't put him in a television studio, even though his room is actually a studio. If you were to look at the control room, there's pictures of it. They have a whole elaborate setup. But the part they show on camera is the part that looks like shit. And that's what they do with all these streamers. They keep the budget low because they want you to think that it remains being an authentic, direct to the people, by the people operation. When really, in reality, these live streams, Kai Cenat, Aiden Ross, iShowSpeed, they have more producers and coordinators than most television shows. So yeah, I would say for sure. There could be a lot of fake shit.
Oh! I need that! What the fuck? Mama, I'm kinda homeless! What the hell is that, bro? You didn't think I'd make it to Africa.
Oh no. This is him.
Batiki made it.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of admire the dedication from this guy. What is respect?
Bro, no way. You came all the way to Africa, bruh. You came all the way to Africa, bruh. You following me from America to Africa? Here I am, brother.
This is actually crazy. This is dedication, though. Like, this is dedication. I gotta kind of hand it to him.
It's gonna be a journey. How do you know? Wait, how do you know I was gonna be here?
It's gonna be a journey, sir.
How do you know I was gonna be here?
By the grace of God.
Bro, this is mad, bro.
All right, definitely a plant, but still a funny bit. Because there's no way he's getting through security, bro. There's no chance in hell. Speed found the only white person in Zimbabwe. What the fuck is going on right now?
Are you Zimbabwe white Speed?
I'm the Zimbabwean white boy.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Get in the car.
Yes.
No, Yo, get off the court. I'm just playing. Where your mom at? Go to your dad. Go to your mom, all right? Go to your mom. Go to your mom. Go to your mom. Hey. Come here. Get him. Hey, never trust a stranger. I told you to get in the car, and you got in the car. Don't ever get in a stranger car. Okay? If a man say, hey, I have ice cream, get in the back of my car. Say no. And well, you don't want to get kidnapped. It's just crazy people out here.
Who raised this child, bro? Hang on a second. But I like ice cream?
And
Good night, guys. Now, because now it's going to make me look like the asshole. See, this is what bad parenting does, because I'm supposed to be the bad guy when I sit here and watch this video and I say, well, natural selection. Now I'm the bad guy. When you didn't teach your kids not to take the ice cream. But I'm the bad guy.
the back of my car. Say no. And
Natural selection, gang.
well, you don't want to get kidnapped. It's just crazy people out here. Stay safe.
Kidnapped by you.
You want to get kidnapped by me?
Yes.
No, we don't. You gotta get going.
Yeah, you gotta.
All right, that was kind of weird. That ended kind of weird at the end. Oh my god, bro. DDG suggests that iShowSpeed wouldn't be as big on Twitch because of the competition from other streamers. Man, don't be talking about how big other streamers are, though, man. That's the thing. It's a bad look. If you're not as big as said streamer, why are you making a comment about how big they are? I don't care what field you're in, if it's sports, if it's music. The number one worst way to reach people and say, hey, I'm better, is to compare yourself to somebody bigger than you. Because all it does is make you look smaller. There's nowhere you can go in that scenario. It's like if I sit here and compare myself to Rogan or whoever, there's no winning scenario for me there. Because all it does is serve to make me look bad, make me look smaller. I'm not going to look bigger than Rogan. DDG should not be speaking on speed.
Like, I'm just chilling. Like, niggas, bro, the reason why I started on YouTube is because it's no comp. The only comp is speed, bro.
Yeah,
and if you're not watching speed, who else is you watching live stream on YouTube?
Yeah, facts.
Everyone's on Twitch.
Me. That's who they're watching.
Live stream on YouTube.
Yeah, facts.
Everyone's on Twitch. It's hella comp on Twitch.
But how the payment work? That's
money.
The
money ain't shit though. That's
what I'm saying. Yo, what's the money like?
Money ain't shit. From my understanding, like, I'm sure like it's ways that you probably gotta do a little more research. You know what I'm saying? You gotta hit a certain button or some shit. But that's why Speed nigga can fucking go to the Philippines and get 1 million fucking views, nigga. It's a straight track, nigga.
Right
like
there too.
Everybody got YouTube on their phone, nigga. It's like that's the most universal app there is. That shit is Google, literally. So that shit make you the
not more competitive out there.
Yeah, Mr. Beast sparked up a stream right now on YouTube.
Over it.
All right, so DDG is completely misinformed when it comes to YouTube and streaming. So this is the breakdown of what DDG just said. So iShowSpeed is a bad example about YouTube streaming because iShowSpeed is a celebrity. So the rule of thumb when it comes to content is never compare yourself to a celebrity who's making content because the rule that applies to them will never apply to you. Case in point, I often see people comparing their podcast to Joe Rogan. People will tell me things like, well, Rogan said this on his episode, so it should work. Or Rogan titles his episodes like this. Or Rogan has these type of guests on, so it'll work. When the reality of the situation is that Joe Rogan is Joe Rogan. He has a massive platform and massive influence, so he can say and do whatever he wants. He can talk to whoever he wants. Whatever he does on his show is going to work. So that's not the person you should be looking at for content advice. Same here would apply to iShowSpeed. So iShowSpeed, the concept that he's streaming on YouTube and that's the only reason it's working, complete bollocks. I got to go to the UK slang. It's bollocks, you understand me? iShowSpeed could stream off a calculator in the back of the alley in Kenya and he would still get 200,000 live viewers. YouTube does have less competition when it comes to streaming, but the idea that that's going to help your numbers is false because it has more competition with everything else. So YouTube, think about it. Twitch doesn't have a huge ecosystem of recorded videos that were not streamed live. YouTube has a whole streaming interface. It has a whole back catalog of streams, but then it has a whole database of everything else. You can watch full movies on YouTube. So the idea that there's less competition on YouTube for people's attention, that argument collapses on itself. There's way more competition on YouTube, period. I can watch a Martin Scorsese movie on YouTube. I can't watch it on Twitch. So the competition for the viewer's attention on YouTube is massive because they can watch whatever they want. When it comes to the money on YouTube streaming, I got to keep it real with you guys. The money is shit. The money is shit. There's not much money. The money comes from clipping. The money comes from different things like that or donations from your audience. But again, DDG, you got people donating to you. If you're a big streamer, you don't actually make money off of ad revenue. You make money off of people sending you money. So yeah, I mean, YouTube, there's some competition when it comes to streaming, but it's not a streamer's competition. It's competition for everything. What does this say? Zakk Wylde's acoustic guitar sounded better than every electric guitar these people owned. Wow. How does one exactly achieve this sound on acoustic guitar? Oh my God, dude. Zakk is so crazy with it, man. He's so crazy with it, and he makes it look so effortless. That's the one thing about Zakk. Look, I've had the pleasure to see Zakk in concert many, many times. I've got to see him probably like 6 times. And the one thing about Zakk that strikes me is just how effortless he makes it seem. He makes it look so easy. I remember the one time I saw Zakk, there was actually a situation that happened that he wasn't even privy to. So Zakk was on stage playing, and he does this bit in his show where he comes off the stage and walks through the audience while shredding. And he doesn't do this for 2 seconds. He does it for 15, 20 minutes, just shredding, walking through the whole venue all the way through the crowd. And at this particular show, when he got off stage, Zakk actually went and climbed on the bar. So Zakk gets on the bar. He's standing up there shredding like crazy. And he has his back to a part of the audience. I'm standing behind him with some people watching him because that's where I happen to be. Next thing you know, to my right, I see a guy coming from behind me and whooshing forward. This dude comes flying from behind me and attempts to jump on the stage. And guys, when I say jump on the stage, I don't mean hop the barricade or like try to put a leg over. I mean barreling towards the stage, jumping in the air, and launching himself towards Zakk like Superman. I'm talking arms forward, legs off the ground, and a reaching motion. This big adult man, over 200 pounds, runs and lunges himself towards Zakk and goes to grab him. So what happens is he propels himself like this to go to grab Zakk for some reason. But the only thing is he doesn't go far enough. So he kind of falls short. He stops short like between the barricade and the stage. So he's kind of in the middle where the security would be. And at that moment, Zack's security sees him. And they put hands on this dude faster than listen, I've never seen somebody get hands put on them as fast as these guys did. And this dude, it took 4 big muscled security guards to pry this dude off of the stage. The guy who jumped from the crowd, he got hold of the metal, like the stage beams and stuff, and he had both hands on it. So picture there's 4 guys. One guy's got his left hand. He's trying to take it off. He's white knuckling, holding onto the metal. The other guy has got his right hand trying to take it off. And there's a dude at each one of his legs pulling him, trying to pull him off the stage. They cannot get him off. I don't know what this dude was trying to do, but he was trying to get Zach. He was trying to grab Zach. He was trying to do something to Zach. But he was so fueled by rage, or he was crazy, he wouldn't let go. But this scene looked like a Looney Tunes scene because it was just like smoke, like a puff of smoke, because these dudes are beating the shit out of him, and they finally got him to let go of the stage. And like I say, it was like Looney Tunes. When I tell you they beat the shit out of this guy, they were beating him as they were bringing him to the spot to beat him. Like they're just beating his ass, bringing him to the corner, and it was just a cloud of smoke like Looney Tunes. So that was like the craziest story of all time. And you know the funniest part? I interviewed Zach after that, and I asked him, I said, so when you walk through the crowd, Zach, do you ever have any issues with people being crazy or invading your space? And he goes, nope, everybody's always cool. He didn't even know it happened. The whole time this dude is behind him, clawing his way up to attack him, he was just shredding. So that's my Zach Wild story, man. Sounds like some demon possession shit to me. You know what, man? In the chat, I could see that. You know, I do think there's. I'm not religious per se. I'm not a big demon and angels guy, but I do think there's a certain thing that can happen to people where it's almost like they're possessed. Let's put it this way. It's like it's not them. I've seen things come over people where it's like it's not them. So yeah, it gets to be crazy. We had some more rock and roll clips. Couple more. Alice in Chains watching Van Halen sound check. Oh, this is cool. This is so cool. Let's watch this. Man, Van Halen, rest in peace, dude. Seriously.
If you ask any artist, the music is a success upon creation. When you give it to somebody like a Rolling Stone or a Vibe and they start critiquing it, then your perception changes. But that's looking through somebody else's eyes. So again, we gauge success based upon what we feel in our hearts. You know, we've shut our minds off now. Minds should be used for what they were made for, filing cabinets. We think with our hearts.
Man, never have I seen a guy give so much wisdom in 30 seconds like Prince could. He just had a way of summarizing a really deep idea, an idea with a lot of layers to it, and he could just summarize it within 20-30 seconds and just make it connect. But you know, it really does hurt me in a way, and I really feel like the absence of some of these great thinkers, thought I was getting broken in on there, some of these great thinkers that we've lost. you know, I'm starting to wonder if they even make them like that anymore. We're talking a guy like Prince, a guy like a George Harrison who's on the screen now, a guy like Tupac, a guy like Michael Jackson. I just think, like, with everything happening today, I wish we could have thinkers like that. I wish we could have people like that to weigh in on it now. I feel like there's nobody, you know what I mean? Like, the people who weigh in on shit now is like Tekashi 6ix9ine. I'm like, where's the Prince of today? Where's the MJ? Where are the John Lennons? Like, is there any great thinkers still? Or is it just mediocrity now? I think there's a lot of mediocrity now. A lot of it. This is Eddie Vedder singing without a microphone. Imagine telling these guys they have to make short form content to engage the algorithm. Like, dude, imagine telling these guys they have to make a TikTok to promote their new single so that anybody will even notice it or pay attention to it. They have to get in front of the camera and come up with a dance challenge to promote their new album. Can you imagine looking Eddie Vedder in the face and telling him that in 1995? Can you imagine looking at Kurt Cobain and telling him that he needs to create a hashtag? This is a language that these guys wouldn't understand. Like, this is literally like the type of creativity that we're looking at now on these videos doesn't exist anymore. And I don't know if you guys feel it, but it's like, I kind of feel like music is just dying right now. Music is dying, period. Because here's the thing. Audiences aren't liking music as much anymore because the artists are not liking the creative process as much as they used to. So when you think about music and what really it is, music is the expression of self connecting with other people. That's what it's supposed to be. Initially, when it was, in the inception, that was the idea. You write a song and people connect with it, and that's basically it. Now music has become a business model to essentially promote other things. People are making music as a means to an end to have a career in Hollywood. You look at a rapper like Ice Spice. I don't even call her a rapper. Somebody like Ice Spice, she made a couple of rap songs so she could get famous and become a model or whatever else she wants to do. So music is being used as a stepping stone to internet clout and to business and to modeling and to agency, really, that has nothing to do with creating. And the people who are hell-bent on creating, the people who are really still invested in making something great, well, they're not seeing the fruits of their labor because they're not being rewarded. I feel like we're in an era of authenticity when it comes to a lot of different things, but music is not one of them. Music is not even in any era right now. Music is in limbo. Music is in a state where it doesn't know what to do with itself. The music business doesn't even really exist anymore. Everything is online. Everything is independent. So it kind of leaves people who want to do it right in a shitty position. There's people out there who have great music in them, great albums in them. They have something to say. They have something to share with the world. And nobody wants to hear it because it's not being packaged in the way that consumers are used to consuming things now. It's not being packaged in an easily digestible way. So I'm very concerned for music, and I'll have to tell you guys, it has had a big impact on my content. It has had a big impact on what I do. I used to be the music guy. Nowadays, music is basically irrelevant. Depeche Mode, shout out Depeche Mode. No Fun says, true, and some people are now using AI to make music. I hate that. That's the thing, dude. That's why I say music is in limbo. We got to wait a little longer to see where music is going to land. Then make some. I make some music, yeah. I make some music, sure. But again, my calling is not to make music right now. My calling is to do shows. If I really wanted to make the music that I want to make, I would need all of my undivided attention, which is not possible. So that's why I don't release music right now. All Good Music died in 2002. I don't know about that, but I can hear what you're saying. I think a certain type of music died in 2002 and has never been replicated. But dude, I think about my generation, guys. When we think about our generation, for anybody who's like in their mid-20s or late 20s, I'm 27. We've seen the most outrageous technological advancements in our era. But not only that, we've seen more of them, period, than any other generation. We got to remember, my generation, 27-year-old now, when I was growing up, I was using dial-up. I was using a big box computer with a big box on the bottom that I had to separately turn on, and then the top was a monitor. And we were getting our movies at Blockbuster and rewinding the VHS tapes in our VCR before bringing them back to Blockbuster. That was the early years of my life. 2002, 2003, and 4. That's what we were doing. I literally had a VCR in my house. And in my short lifetime, we went from that to what we have now with social media, with phones, with everything. And it happened so quickly. Like I just remember that it was like CDs. I used to bring my Walkman, my Discman to school every day and plug it into my ears, and the CD would skip, literally walking around with a CD in my hand and a mini CD player. And next thing you know, it's iPod, and iPod is the big thing. The second we get used to iPod, then it's iPhone. And next thing you know, the whole world is gone. It feels like it just slipped through our hands so quickly, but this generation has never been, or a generation rather, has never been privy to so many changes as ours. So I think that's why this generation is so fucked. People look at our generation, they say, what's wrong with you guys? What's not wrong with us? We were born into a post 9/11 world, most of us. And everybody's completely lost their way. The world is unrecognizable to when we came into it. And you're asking me what's wrong with me? I think the question is, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with our world? Why is everything fucked? Why is everything unrecognizable to when I came into this place? That's the ultimate question that I want to know. My boy said he's 29 years old and he also thinks this generation is fucked. There you go. That's where my Canadian came in. He's fucked. Everything's fucked. That's my Canadian slang. Wing says, if everybody that got famous in the 90s came back to their hometowns and signed a younger band to take over and began producing real music, we would still have a good scene in a lot of places. I mean, I can't argue with that. Music is life for many people. Completely agree. Blockbuster Friday nights were the shit. Hell yeah. And dude, I remember rewinding them. I remember the Be Kind Rewind, right? It was like you have to rewind your tapes before you bring them back. Otherwise, you're a bad person. I remember going in there and renting. What happened? I don't know what happened, guys. I don't know how we got here. And you know, senior citizens talk about it, like seniors talk about it. Grandparent age people talk about it, like all these changes. Dude, how do you think we feel? You guys had the world going a certain way for 55 years. At least you guys got to settle in a little bit. I didn't even get to settle in. I woke up with an iPod in my hand, went to lunch with an MP3 player, and went to dinner with an iPhone. I don't know heads from tails. Traveling says there aren't enough younger bands for those OGs to sign. Yeah, I think music, it's going to come back, guys. It's going to take time because people aren't being rewarded right now. But I think as we're seeing more artists like Youngblood or people like I always use Youngblood as an example because he's just really popping right now. But he's not the only guy. But I think a lot of people, as they see some of the new rockers get rewarded, it's going to be like a chain reaction. More of them are going to come back. Donnie Darko was the last VHS you rented. Based. Donnie Darko. What was the last VHS I ever rented? I think the last one, it's hard to say. We used to watch Harry Potter a lot. That was my VHS one. Going to Blockbuster was so much better than streaming, though. Even if you had to pay more, it was so much better. Patrick, it was just something to do with the family, man. It was fun. Yeah, physical media was fun, actually. Like, I used to like getting CDs. I collected vinyl records, too. I still have a big collection. They're at my parents' house now in Canada because I needed somewhere to put them. Collecting vinyl is a great habit, by the way, until you need to move or go somewhere. And then you have all these boxes of LPs. But no, physical media, I think, helps you connect with the music more. But the experience of going to Blockbuster and getting a movie was so much more enjoyable than picking a movie on Netflix. Because every time I go to pick a movie on streaming, I feel miserable. It's just having too many options sucks. Where did we lose that? When we made these streaming services, didn't people remember that you go to a restaurant with a 30-page menu and everybody hates that? Since when was having too many options seen as a good thing? I can't even pick a movie now. I don't even want to pick a movie. There's too many movies. And then what am I supposed to do? I was supposed to look at the picture. You put a picture of a movie out. And I look at the cover. And I just go through the covers. And I'm supposed to pick which cover looks good. Maybe a 30-second clip out of context of the movie. It's so dystopian. It just sucks. I want to go pick the movie that I heard about. Remember when there was a movie so good you had to fight for a copy? You show up at the Blockbuster. Damn it, somebody rented it. It should be back. If he doesn't bring it back by 2 o'clock today, I'll have a late return fee. Come back around 2. You can get the Titanic. It was blissful. Yeah, streaming is just like fish in a barrel. So yeah, shout out to the chat, man. I appreciate you guys for hanging in there with me. We had a fun stream tonight. We talked about a lot of topics. We had our interviews, so I'm going to hop off. I'm going to go upload the interview now. Shout out to our boy John for calling in, fresh off the Mr. Beast video. We'll be live again tomorrow, guys. So listen, to everybody who's hung out with me so far, I know a lot of you guys just watch. A lot of you guys don't even chat. No pressure. I just want to say thank you for being here. It's always so much fun hanging out with you guys, and I really take it seriously that I want to give you guys a good show. Anytime I'm on here, I want you to really enjoy it. I want it to be fun. I want it to talk some shit. I want you to agree with me. I want you to disagree with me. So drop your comments, drop your likes, drop your subs. We're on the road to 100,000 subscribers. So make sure to hit that subscribe, guys. 100K coming in hot.